Government working hard to bridge the rich and poor divide. Thousands protest against Denmark's plan to move migrants to uninhabited island. Good afternoon, I'm Jessica Lee and you're watching News on 2. Any attempts to topple or change a government only depends on the general election and not through demonstrations. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad said if the election was set aside and demonstrations were held instead, this means that the country does not practice democracy.
Kalau ternampak jelas bahawa kerajaan sudah gagal, maka kita perlu ada pilihan raya lebih awal untuk menentukan sama ada majoriti rakyat masih sokong. Tetapi kita tu perkara yang penting ialah yang menang mesti diiktiraf sudah menang, yang kalah mesti terima kekalahan dan tunggu sehingga ada pilihan raya yang lain.
Tun Dr. Mahathir said this in RTM's Bicara Khas program at Angkasa Puri, Kuala Lumpur last night. On another note, Tun Dr. Mahathir said that the government is working hard towards bridging the gap between the rich and the poor and differences in race and religion. He added that conflicts are bound to take place if these groups are treated equally on the basis of meritocracy. An example given was the conflicts that occurred in foreign countries such as the French and the Russian Revolution, which overthrew the ruling government for not having the same opportunity.
Kemajuan negara perlu diagih kepada semua pihak supaya dapat kita kurangkan antara miskin dan kaya. Kita perlu kepada yang kaya kerana mereka lah yang membayar cukai untuk pentadbiran kita. Tetapi kalau yang kaya ini terlalu kaya dan yang miskin terlalu miskin, maka ini tetap akan mencetuskan konflik antara yang miskin dengan kaya yang mungkin membawa kepada keganasan dan mungkin juga civil war.
Touching on the connection between education and good values, Tun Dr. Mahathir said without good values, a student will not be able to progress in life despite being highly educated. He added that the current education system should stress on molding students by instilling good values to face the future.
Umpamanya dia kurang rajin, dia kadang-kadang tidak bertanggungjawab, tidak beramanah, tidak berdisiplin. Semua ini akan menghalang kemajuannya walaupun dia berilmu. Ini perlu kita beri tumpuan kepada pembentukan peribadi yang mulia yang akan kita beri ilmu pengetahuan supaya ilmu itu diguna secara baik.
Police arrested two individuals aged 21 and 31 to help facilitate investigation following the seizure of 10 kilograms of shabu worth almost 700,000 ringgit in an operation codenamed Ops Lejang at Jalan Hamzah, Kota Baru, Kelantan on Tuesday. Both suspects are remanded until today under Section 39B of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952, which upon conviction carries a mandatory death sentence. State Police Chief Dato' Hasanuddin Hassan said all the drugs seized are believed to be marketed around Pasir Mas, Kota Baru, Pasir Puteh, Bachok and Besun in Terengganu. The drugs-filled packages were found hidden in a luggage. The two suspects had also tried to bribe the policemen by offering cash, about 21,000 ringgit, to avoid arrest. Dato' Hasanuddin said police also seized several packages of drugs in a car at Kampung Marisa Wakaf King, Berangan Tumpat, following the arrests of the two individuals.
Jadi susulan daripada tangkapan terhadap dua orang tadi ini, setelah kita buat initial investigation, dapati mereka ni kita akan ataupun bolehlah dikatakan ada kaitan dengan sindiket yang pernah bergiat aktif sebelum ini, iaitu semenjak tahun 2013 lagi. Jadi sindiket inilah yang dikatakan ada mencetus beberapa siri tembakan sebelum ini.
Dato' Hasanuddin said this in a press conference held at the Kelantan Police Headquarters in Kota Bharu yesterday. 33 liquor selling premises in Perak have been inspected in several operations conducted in conjunction with the Christmas celebration. State Exco member A. Sivanesan said 2 notices have been issued since the beginning of the operation on the 16th of October for the packaging of glass bottles with a minimum volume of 700 millilitres.
Setakat hari ini 33 premis penjualan arak dan 2 kilang pengeluaran arak telah diperiksa dan sebanyak 2 notis kesalahan telah dikeluarkan dengan nilai kompon sebanyak RM6,000. Sebanyak 11 sampel telah diambil.
The Health Ministry had gazetted the amendments to the rules relating to alcoholic beverages under the Food Regulations 1985 on 27th of May 2016. It took effect on the 16th of October. Up next, dispute over Johor port limits can be resolved through negotiations. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir admits that there is a problem between Malaysia and Singapore regarding the dispute over Johor port limits. Now, the Premier, however, said the dispute can be resolved through negotiations, arbitrations and legal proceedings. Touching on the current relationship between the two countries, Tun Dr. Mahathir said Malaysia will continue to uphold the rule of law.
Kita kena akui bahawa ada masalah antara kita dan masalah ini perlu diselesaikan secara yang baik, iaitu kalau tak boleh ada rundingan, selesaikan melalui rundingan. Kita tak boleh ada arbitration, kita pergi ke mahkamah. Itu cara kita. Tapi kita harap kita pegang kepada kebenaran, the rule of law. Yeah. Jadi kalau kita pegang kepada kebenaran, kita yakin kita akan menang. Yeah.
Meanwhile, apart from Singapore, Malaysia also has overlapping claims with other neighbouring countries, which include Indonesia, Philippines and Thailand. Tun Dr. Mahathir said these claims will also be solved through negotiations and not through conflicts, and added that Malaysia will defend its position if the claims made are legal.
Kita selesaikan perkara ini melalui cara rundingan. Kalau itu gagal, kita cuba kalau boleh ada arbitration. Kalau kedua-dua itu tak boleh, kita pergi ke mahkamah dunia, dan di mahkamah dunia kita dapati ada kala kita menang, ada kala kita kalah. Yeah. Tapi apabila kita pergi ke mahkamah, kita mesti terima keputusan mahkamah. Tak ada peperangan antara kita. Sebab itu kita boleh berbangga sedikit kerana di ASEAN ini kita dapat selesaikan masalah tanpa keganasan.
The Women, Community and Family Development Ministry is reminding all employers to take sexual harassment complaints seriously. Its Deputy Minister, Hannah Yeoh, said sexual harassment cases can come in various forms, such as verbal, physical and psychological abuse, which can affect an employee's performance. Said the ministry is currently working on ways to create awareness in the issue of sexual harassment through various advocacy programs to ensure that the well-being and state of health and mind of employees are taken care of.
Fokus kita adalah kita nak pihak majikan, tidak kira swasta ataupun awam, kena mengambil aduan ini dengan serius. Kalau ada kes gangguan seksual, majikan, employers must take it seriously. Siasat, okay? Dan boleh hubungi banyak pihak, sama ada NGO macam Women Aid Organisation, banyak ataupun Kementerian Sumber Manusia, mereka akan bantu menjelaskan bagaimana ataupun tindakan yang boleh diambil.
Yeoh said this after attending the roundtable discussion session, Myths and Realities of Sexual Harassment, What is the Next in Gelugor, Pulau Pinang. The Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry, KPDNHEP, has assured that consumers who do not qualify for the RON95 petrol subsidy will not experience a sharp increase in the price of petrol. Its Minister, Datuk Sri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail, said that the margin will not be too big, even though the price of fuel will float based on world crude oil prices. Datuk Sri Saifuddin said any increase with a big margin will give a direct impact on the Consumer Price Index or CPI and would contribute to an increase in inflation.
Kenaikan bahan api yang berlaku pada sekian 10 sen, 15 sen apa sebagainya, dia akan ada impak ke atas kenaikan indeks harga pengguna 0.1, 0.15, 0.2 sen. Jadi lebih kecil kenaikan indeks itu lebih baik pada pengguna. Jadi lebih tinggi kenaikan bahan api secara mendadak, kesan indeks juga mendadak. Indeks itu menyumbang kepada inflasi.
KPDNHEP will also obtain advice from the Department of Statistics through a simulation study of the impact of rising petrol prices to the CPI for the final price fixing of the fuel. The targeted fuel subsidy for RON95 is expected to be implemented in the second quarter of 2019. Now, the Tigers are raring to get into the battlefield and fight the Golden Dragons. Coach Tan Cheng Ho says the win over favourites Thailand in the semi-finals has brought up the motivation level to a high, and the presence of 80,000 strong home support will only give extra advantage to the players. Cheng Ho said tonight's first leg final at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium will be the perfect arena to avenge the Tigers' 2-0 defeat against Vietnam in the group match, although he admitted that the Vietnamese players are well disciplined, especially in defence, and are very fast and aggressive at counter-attacks.
Pemain akan dapat motivasi lah bermain di home, especially dekat Bukit Jalil, dan suasana Bukit Jalil memberi kita semangat yang berbeza, aura yang berbeza. Itu sebab kita kena ambil kesempatan bermain di stadium Bukit Jalil. Yang penting dalam bola sepak, kita kena jaringan gol baru boleh kita menang berlawanan. Of course bukan mudah lah untuk kita nak mendapatkan gol, kerana kita tahu barisan pertahanan Vietnam cukup kental dan cukup organized lah. Itu sebab pemain-pemain kena begitu berhati-hati apabila menyerang, kerana kita tahu barisan serangan Vietnam cukup laju dan pantas.
The last time Harimau Malaya held aloft the AFF trophy was in 2010, when the squad under the guidance of K. Rajagopal tamed the Indonesians 4-2 on aggregate. Protest against Denmark's plan to move migrants to remote, uninhabited island. The News on 2 will come on again at 7 this evening with more updates. Till then, I'm Jessica Lee. Thank you for watching.